what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some. Man, charge, now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to make me fight Q-tip, unleash a heed. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed more dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just read. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. You the noble, that's my duty, that I see. When I step up in the place, and yo, I step correct.
With a Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins number one.
We come through to wreck the discotheque.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Miami Dolphins. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Project S, this ain't what you want.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Willis now off of play action. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On 1st down, back to Achane. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Willis out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Willis to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
From the gun, here's Willis. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Willis looking to throw it. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sade to Lurican. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
They'll run. This is Bashir Tootin. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Hunter, 44 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
The kick is good.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
first down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Here's Willis. And this one's incomplete.
Willis's pass, intended for number 87, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Willis will look to throw it. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll try and set up the screen to Tootin. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 49 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. And Mr. Reliable shows those legs again here in the playoffs.
And what do coaches tell us all the time? In the playoffs, the team that runs the football well will win the game and ultimately be a champion. They're trying to prove that fact today.
Setting the tone on the ground. Allen. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
6-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A 2-yard pickup brings up.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. We'll get this out to Tootin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bashal Tootin from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over first and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
At the 39-yard line.
A give, running right, Achane. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, here's Willis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Lawrence. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught by Myers. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jacoby Myers, 49 yards. And the Jaguars continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Dolphins nothing.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. We're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Shotgun snap to Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Willis. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He finds Douglas complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Right back to the air with Willis. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Willis takes it here. The ball is free. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And now off to the races down the right side. To the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bashal Tootin as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Dolphins nothing. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, their completions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They go play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's taken to the 26. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Douglas. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 45.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Douglas. And he's taken down inside the 30.
First and 10.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. And this one is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. He'll try and do this himself. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 2-2 that one. 28 yards. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for
They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Open man is Myers. Shedding the tackle that gives him some room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's a give up the middle. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
This will line up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Now he's free at the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, 68 yards. And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 4. A run straight ahead with Achane. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The offense on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 2. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And the Dolphins
now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw caught by Achane. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try to throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he's across for 2 points. A gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now, their friend, as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
Now Lawrence drops it underneath for Tootin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. He completes it to Hunter. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground to about the 26 here. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Over the middle, it's Thomas. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And the Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll come up first and 10 here. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Here's second down. On the handoff, it's H.A. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
33-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
He'll look to throw.
Third and 2.
He's got Atwell. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
He's back to throw. He finds Douglas complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.M. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. He'll dump this off to H.M. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here comes 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
You feel alive like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed if you ain't had enough. You still feel paralyzed about century. Friends just having kids, ain't had enough. What's the use of having a world with no love? What's the use of having a life with no love? What's the use of ingredients with no sauce? What's the use
now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go. H.M. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Gain of 3 yards. That's another Dolphins.
And now the spike comes with 15 seconds on the clock. Yards between them and the end zone. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carrying it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Oh, it's an enormous call here. They'll go for 2. One play to keep their postseason alive. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off.
Dolphins 30.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.